This is Computer Insider, Canada's most watched, most listened to technology series. From around the world, computer news, user tips, hardware profiles, and software insights. Avoiding technobabble, we keep you informed in plain language. Computer Insider is hosted by award-winning international broadcast journalist Bob Pritchard.
Thank you very much for joining us once again today. It was a busy week last week for us here after we moved to our new home, but as is always the case, it turned out to be a great learning experience in terms of technology. The number one lesson we learned in the move: always pack your power supplies for external devices with the device itself. It simply saves a huge amount of time when you reconnect your computers. It's also a good idea to get into the habit of labeling each power supply with the name of the device that it attaches to, again to avoid disaster when you do the re-hookups. Another little challenge we ran into was locking up the back of the truck after we loaded all of our stuff. Now, putting a lock on was easy, just dial in the combination and we're off and running. The challenge came when we wanted to share the combination with the various people who might want to access the load. The method of saving the combination varied from person to person and followed some very interesting guidelines. Our first thought was to get a pad and paper and write it down. That's a pad and paper as in pen and paper. Very, very traditional. So I immediately perked up and suggested that we email the combination. That would be far more efficient, giving all an electronic copy of the numbers, which could be easily found by anyone later on when they needed it. Then, from nowhere, I heard this little voice saying, "Why not take a picture of the combination card and send it to everyone?" A stroke of genius. Not only the combination, but instructions as to which way to turn the dial and how many turns. Since the individual who made the suggestion was not known for in-depth, outside-the-box thinking, I had to ask where this gem of an idea came from. Well, the answer was quite surprising. He said he watched kids using their smartphones and sending a picture rather than a written note is quite prevalent among your average 12-year-old gang. That took me back several decades to when I was first getting into technology myself. What we would do was to sit down with friends and discuss how we would, do various tasks on a computer and develop a sort of best practices approach to getting various jobs automated. But after years of using a PC, you develop a feeling that you really know how the jobs you want to get done are done. With the rapid acceptance of smartphones and tablets, it would only make sense that the same sort of learning guidelines be applied to new technologies. And who better to keep an eye on than those who never learned to use a PC and don't have to be deprogrammed to jump into Android or Apple portable devices. So next time your kids have friends over, throw a casual glance to see how they put their technology to work and try adopting some of their approaches into your usage habits. Reporting for Computer Insider, I'm Bob Pritchard.
This is Computer Insider, Canada's most watched, most listened to technology series. From around the world, computer news, user tips, hardware profiles, and software insights. Avoiding technobabble, we keep you informed in plain language. Computer Insider is hosted by award-winning international broadcast journalist Bob Pritchard.